Okay, so another topic for tomorrow night, predicting relative electronegativities. Now, the electronegativity, I'm not going to define it here. It's, it's a feature of the atoms, and you can look. I hope you will look that up, by the way. But we're just going to look at what the trend is, what the relative electronegativities of these different atoms are: chlorine, fluorine, and bromine. And I will tell you that normally you can look in the periodic table and you can look at chlorine, right? And it'll have the, oh my goodness, it does have it. 3.2. I didn't think it had it there. Okay, do you see that there? See what I just did? I went to the periodic table. I thought I did this a minute ago and didn't have it. Look at cadmium. I'm going to look at number 48, cadmium. Watch this, cadmium. And the electronegativity is down there at the bottom. Okay, so you can cheat on this one. Really, you could just look them up. I recommend that you try first before you look them up. Sometimes I don't know what's going on here. Sometimes the periodic tables don't have those numbers in there. And more importantly, it's an important understanding for future topics, and that's why I have it in the course. So I'm going to show you how you would predict it. I'm going to go over to the whiteboard, and I'm going to say that if you have a periodic table, it looks like this, that in general, periodic table, the electronegativities increase as you go up, increase as you go up, and increase as you go over, right? And so you might consider those two vectors going into one particular vector and say, well, let's just put that as one arrow. If you go that way in the periodic table, the electronegativities go up, okay? And so let's go find fluorine, chlorine, and bromine, and they are here. Fluorine, chlorine, and bromine. Can you see that from where you're sitting? Okay. So fluorine's going to be the highest, and then chlorine, and then bromine. And we're supposed to list these in order of decreasing. So we're going to say fluorine, chlorine, and bromine. Okay, let's go back over to the, we're going to say fluorine. How do you spell fluorine? Capital F, comma, chlorine, Cl, comma, and bromine. Okay, so those are in order of decreasing electronegativity. That's correct. Now, sulfur, fluorine, and oxygen. Let's go back over and look at that. Whiteboard. Oxygen's here, and sulfur's right below it. Okay, so fluorine's going to be the highest, and then oxygen, and then sulfur, right? Because sulfur's below it. Can you see how sulfur and oxygen are in that in terms of the red? In terms of the red arrow, sulfur is lower, right? Okay, so it's going to be F, O, and S. I don't think there's any good way to do this one without practice. Just practicing. F, oxygen, and sulfur. And if you got the time and energy for it, what I would do is I would look these actual numbers up in the periodic table. And I would guess them first, and then look them up and verify that you do indeed have them correct. Okay, so I'm going to assume that we've covered that topic and keep this a short video and wish you good luck.